don't have a ball, you could just go back to regular jumping jacks. Nicole is going to face this way and do jumping jacks on the ball. 2, 3. Now the reason this is great is because it helps you to hold your core in and to really feel a low impact jumping jack. So for those of you who have knee problems or hip problems, this is a great alternative because you're not pounding against the surface. Okay, the ball is breaking that impact. Great. And just give me 10, 9. You should feel this in your core. You should also feel this in your legs. 4, 3, 2. Now just bounce feet together, bouncing, and jab, jab. Good. That's it. And again, you're feeling this in your core, your legs, and you can even start bringing your feet a little off the ground as you bounce to get that nice burn in the quads. Good. Nice. And 8, 7, 6, 5. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Great. Now come on up, Nicole, and we're going to have you do a little bit of reverse lunges off the step. So she's going to step all the way on top on the step. Now, if this is a little too difficult for you, you do not have to use the weights. Just take it one step at a time. You're going to hold the weights down and take right leg back all the way down in the lunge, and then just step back onto the board and then switch to the left. Beautiful. Great. Now from the side view, you can see that the leg is going straight down in a nice 90-degree angle and then straight back up, straight down and then up, almost touching the ground. That's how far I want you to go, just a little bit farther. Great. Now, if you're advanced, here's what I want you to do. Take that leg up, balance, and down. And then take the other leg down. That's it. Balance and down. Down to balance and step. Down to balance and step. That's it. Good. Balance and step. Great. And we'll just do a few more of these balances, and then we're going to add some arms. 4. Good. And step. 3. Balance and step. 2. Balance and step. Now back to regular reverse lunges. On the right. Down and up. And switch. And we're going to add a bicep curl. Here we go. Curl and up. And this time let's do a hammer curl. Palms facing in, so that we're working a different head of the bicep, okay? There's different heads, so you want to get that nice toned look. We're going to keep the elbows in still, palms facing in this time. Good. Now we're going to add a shoulder press. Down, press, and in. Down, curl, press, and in. Down, curl, press, and in. Now notice as we press, we're pressing away from our shoulders, not right above our shoulders, so that we don't compromise the rotator cuff. This is very important. Press a little bit away from your shoulders, okay? Good. Curl, press, and in. Down, curl. Good. 4 more and down. Still keeping everything pulled up and in, of course. 3. Good. 2 more. You can do it. 2. Curl, press, in, and last one. Curl, press, in. Now this next cardio interval we're going to do is pretty intense. So if this is too difficult, feel free to go back to stepping up basic on the step or not. You're going to straddle the step, hands on the step, and you're going to make your legs nice and wide. And we're just going to do a few of these. This is pretty intense. Bend your legs and hop both feet onto the board and out. 2. Good. And nice and soft landing, so it's not too much impact on those joints. That's it. 5. Beautiful. And she's pulling in her abs, really working those legs. Good. 8. 2 more. You got it. 9 and 10. And bring it up. And that's just a brief cardio interval to get those legs burning right after those lunges. Okay, great job, Nicole. And now we're going to step right back up on this Bosu. And I'm going to move that ball out of your way. Don't you fret. And we're going to start some shoulder raises. So Nicole's standing up nice and tall, and she's just going to lift at a nice 45-degree angle. Beautiful. And this really works the front of your shoulders without compromising the rotator cuff. We're going to do 20 reps right here. 5, nice and simple. Again, if you don't have a Bosu, you could do this on one leg, switch halfway through to get to the other leg. Great. Great. Good job. Keep it going. 11. And again, she's pulling everything up and in. The Bosu is stimulating those muscle fibers. Good. 13. And keep on breathing. 14. And as you get more advanced, you can add a squat and lift. 16, that's it. 17, 18, and 2 more, 19, and 20. And now we're going to kneel down onto the Bosu on your knees. Good. And you're going to lift those toes off the ground. And we're going to lift those arms straight up to the side. And pulling your abs up and in, squeezing through your butt. 2. So we're going to really burn out our shoulders through this set. 3. Right, Nicole? 4. Good. Pull your chin back, shoulders back. That's it. Beautiful. Good. Now, if this is too difficult kneeling on the Bosu, feel free to just do this on the floor. That's perfectly fine. And again, if you don't have a Bosu, you could just stand up regular tall on one leg, okay, and do the lift. That's it. 11. And we're at 12. And she's exhaling every time she lifts up. The power part of the move, she's going to be exhaling. This ball has a mind of its own. Good. 2 more. 19 and 20. Beautiful. And now we're going to take a little bit of a break from the cardio intervals. We're going to work our hamstrings. And Nicole's going to lean on her hands and knees on the Bosu and work her hamstrings. Put on your hands and knees. Now, if you're really advanced, you can put on an ankle weight at this point and really get that resistance up for this. So she's going to take up her right leg first, all the way out, and she's just going to curl that foot in towards her rear, and then all the way back out again. Now notice she gets the full range of motion. So if you have a mirror where you can check yourself out, make sure you're going all the way in, all the way out. A lot of people cut themselves short and don't get the full range of motion in their hamstring. Okay, so it's really important. And in every move you do, make sure you're doing the full range of motion, whether it's presses or curls, okay? Nice and big movements, that's it. Great, and we're going to go through all the way through this set. And this is a high intensity hamstring set. We're going to do a curl, a lift, and a pull to really burn that hamstring out. You should feel these. And if you don't, you need to add an ankle weight, okay? That's when you know. Good. And where are you at? 17. Beautiful. 18. Great, and she's keeping that knee nice and high. Last one. Straighten out that leg now and lift all the way down and all the way up. And she's squeezing through that glute muscle right underneath there, okay? We're getting rid of the jiggle there, right? Good. And all the way up. 6. And this is really crucial here, that you're pulling up and in, that you're not sinking through your spine. You're making sure everything's nice and flat here. Notice she's not slouching and she's not arching. This is beautiful. And you're pulling in as though someone's going to come under and tap and make sure you have that nice hard core. Good. 11, 12, and she's squeezing through each movement. 13, 14. Notice this is working the muscles in the lower back too. 18 and 19. And now Nicole's just going to bend her knee and she's going to press in towards the ceiling. Quick little pulses. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So she's digging the heel into the ceiling. 18, 19, switch legs. Beautiful. All right, you feel that, Nicole?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Great. Pull it in and out and curl. That's beautiful. So you really should be feeling that in the back of the leg. Okay? We're almost done. Keep it going. Keep pushing hard through this. And remember, if you're not fatigued yet, you can repeat all of this whole routine over again. And I recommend that for those of you who are pretty athletic and advanced. I recommend that for 2 to 3 times a week, okay? You could do it. 9, 10, that's great. And really keep pulling in. And notice too, it's working the muscles in the upper back. This routine is a total body workout. You're getting your heart rate up, you're working every single muscle in the body, often at the same time. And it's going to get you into shape the quickest. 10, 11, 8, 12. And a key factor here is try not to shift onto that right hip. Try to keep everything nice and even. Keep those arms even. I know it's hard. Good. Pretend like I'm there shifting you even. 18, 19, and 20. Now she's going to take that leg straight down to the floor and straight up. And oftentimes people wonder, should they flex or point their foot? It really doesn't matter, whatever's more comfortable for you. For the very last move, I'm going to have you flex your foot. But this one could be either. Okay, and whatever makes you feel it more, feel the burn, right? Good. And you're at 13? Little off. I was trying to be nice, yes. And 13. Squeeze, that's it. 15, keep those arms strong. You're working the arms isometrically this whole time so that you're getting isometric pull through the biceps and the triceps, isometric contraction, and that's another good contraction, okay, to get to burn the muscle. Good, and now pulse it straight up, 2, 3, digging that heel into the ceiling, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, beautiful, great. And guess what time it is? It's time for abs. Aren't you happy? On your back, on the mat, please, great. And we're gonna start with one of my favorites, which is called Add One. And Nicole's gonna have her hands behind her head, and she's gonna place an apple between her chin and her chest. Figurative apple, of course. And she's gonna crunch straight up 1, and down 1. And then she's gonna come up for 2. 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, 3. Now notice her mid-back does not go up off the floor. 2, 3, 4. So she's right off the floor from her upper back. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just adding 1 pulse each time, which is why it's called Add One. Okay? 6, 7. Great. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2. Are we on 8 now? Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. And we're going all the way to 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4. She's exhaling. 6, 7, 8, 9. And last one, you can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. And now Nicole's just going to place her hands underneath her rear, and she's going to take her legs all the way up so that her toes face the ceiling. And she's going to lower down, 2, 3, 4, then up, 2, and pulse, pulse, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, pulse, pulse. And this is working your lower abs, 3, 4, up, 2, pulse, pulse, 4, 2, 3, 4. A little slower on the way down. Good. And 5, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, pulse, pulse, and 6, 2, 3, 4. We're just doing 8, pulse, pulse, 7, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Keep pulling everything in, pulse, pulse, and last one. And this whole exercise, you can have your crunch up the whole time if you want to make it a little harder. Great. Bring your legs down, cross your right leg over your left, and hands behind your head. And we're just going to crunch up and over to the left knee. We're going to do 8, 8, and 8 of a series, too. And again, she just gets her upper back off the floor, so you don't even need to go that high because we don't want to compromise the spine, okay? 6, and she's bringing her left shoulder all the way over to her right knee. So we're really working on those obliques, the waist area, okay? Good, and now keep that right leg crossed over for just a second. And as you crunch up now, you're going to lift your hips off the ground. So pull everything up and in, your foot off the ground too. So bring it up, bring this down, and bring this up, left foot up, and crunch up and over, and lift up. There you go, and lift. That's it. It's a little difficult, and lift up 4. So your hips are lifting off the ground as you crunch up. That's it. 7 and 8, and now I want you to lift this leg all the way up and reach towards that leg. 8 pulses. 2. Now if your neck hurts through this, you can have your hands behind your head. 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful.